Hello, everybody on the internets. Welcome to a very special edition of Give It a Shot. Not because it's a holiday-related episode or anything like that. As you've already noticed, you don't see shots. That's because today's episode, The Kingdom Under the Sea, The Gift. It's pretty special. Apparently didn't take out the receipt when I bought the damn thing. There you go. It's so special that it requires not a shot, but chugs. Usually, when I do give it a shot, yes, I have shot glasses out of my 4 favorite leaders of the 20th and 21st century. They can't compensate for this. There's a lot to unpack here, on a number of levels. But first, I need a warm-up. God, do I need a warm-up. And now I got all over the damn floor. Ho, ho, ho. Ah. Oh. It is well documented that I do not care for energy drinks. They're too much for me. But for this, there's special compensation. Anyhow, this, as you can already tell by the title, Kingdom Under the Sea. Maybe. This is some Christian media. I have a very... with Christian media, because I grew up with it. I've documented, it's well documented that I've grown up with it. And a lot of it's miss more than hits. I've talked about my favorite one, and pretty much everything else just falls short. This little nugget right here from the year 2000 is another great miss. So I was curious as I was about to watch this, if this would have had any kind of influences from SpongeBob or Finding Nemo. Well, like I said, this is from the year 2000. Finding Nemo was 2003. SpongeBob was the year before. So there's maybe some influence, but not a lot. I mean, it's all pretty coincidental. But anyway, The Gift. It's a gift. Alright. Oh boy, is it a gift. I don't know if it's the gift that keeps on giving, because, I mean, for me, it's giving me fits, but let's get into it properly. So, this is a story about a family who happens to be the governing body of the town known as the Kingdom. That doesn't sound a little suspicious. How do you have a mayor of a kingdom? That doesn't work. Feudalism and supposed democracy, last time I checked, don't really mesh And you can think of, I thank Monty Python for that.
Order you to be quiet!
Order, who does he think he is?
I'm your king.
Well, I didn't vote for you.
You don't vote for kings.
Thank you, Holy Grail. But it's Christmas, and it's one of those tried and true tropes that really makes it such a wonderful thing. When you can tell people are creatively bankrupt in what they are doing, whether it is secular or Christian, in their Christmas specials, nobody is creative anymore. Period. They're just not. I don't know why it took me so long to figure out that nobody is creative anymore. So, this whole thing is basically the trope of what is the real meaning of Christmas? Christian edition, which means you're gonna give that message at some point.
What does Christmas mean?
Yeah, Dad, what does it mean?
Splash, Coral, everyone. Christmas was the day Jesus was born.
And this, for its time, animation-wise, isn't the worst, but it's not the greatest either. So the story revolves around, like I said, this fish family who just happen to be the mayor and their kin. I can't believe I used the word kin. But it's the day before Christmas, because of course it is. And everyone's running around doing shit, you know, kind of like the Who's in Whoville before Christmas. And everyone's shopping for shit, or wishing for shit, or whatever for shit that they are doing. So the mayor's, I don't even know, Coral and Splash, I think are their names. I don't give a shit if I'm right or wrong, because really I couldn't keep anything straight in this. But they wake up and they go into song, as you do when you're 6. You just sing about how wonderful Christmas is. And this song rivals the music from Rhapsody Street Kids. It's that good.
I like the stuff that's shiny and new.
I like stuff I can throw at you. I want some stuff that I'll never use.
And I want some stuff that I'll quickly lose.
Look at me, look and you'll see the best kid in the world.
And I'll tell you when it gets the best. You know, you're singing about getting presents, as they do, and then the toys start singing along.
Stuff,
Wonderful stuff.
oh, give me some stuff. Lots of wonderful stuff.
Now I'm not just mildly annoyed, now I'm terrified. Because these things shouldn't be singing. And yet, here we are. Oh. It's so good. Best damn singing you'll ever hear in your life. And it's all about getting presents, because that's what Christmas is about, which starts the one of the first disturbing trends of the video. They ask a rhetorical question when they have these moments. They'll go, and that's what Christmas is all about, right? And then they just boom, right into the face, like boom. You, me, we're having a thought right now.
That's what Christmas is about, isn't it?
They do that throughout the entire film. In fact, right now, supercut, all the times that they do it.
That's what Christmas is about, isn't it?
This is what Christmas is all about.
Jingle
Do you think maybe having the biggest tree might be the true meaning of Christmas?
This is what Christmas is all about, isn't it?
Yes, it's super creepy. All the times that they do it. It takes a lot. So, kids have their idea, of course. It's all about getting toys and all that crap. Because you're 6. You don't know any better. If you meet a 6-year-old who's giving, you want to bottle that child up and hope you can clone them, because that doesn't happen. So, then we get into this whole thing about the mayor, and he's talking about decorating a tree, which I don't understand this plot point, but their tree will be delivered by Plankton. Not the SpongeBob Plankton. These things that look like crawdads. And they speak French. Because of course they do. Is it a New Orleans thing? I don't know. I don't care. It's not good. Why would you hire 4 crawdads? They ain't Plankton. I'm sorry, they're not. To bring you a tree that really isn't even a tree, it's coral. That's what it is. It's coral in the shape of a tree. And they're towing it, and it, shock and awe, 4 pieces, 4 plankton can't bring you a damn a reef.
The tree's coming down the pipe. Come on, boys, and hold it tight. Count off.
1, 2.
Count off.
3, 4.
Count off. 82 1/4 divided by 3.
But he does the same thing. Isn't that what decorations is what Christmas is all about, right? So, then we get into, naturally, seeing as how this is Christian media, we have to tie in something to be Jesus-esque. So we get 2 turtles who are walking into town. The kingdom. And because of the celebrations and all that's going on, there's no room at the inn.
Excuse me, sir. My wife and I would like a room.
Can't you read the sign? No vacancy. You can see, I can see, everybody can see. No vacancy.
So they don't know what to do. So now we've got a Jesus-esque parable going on. And then we go to the shark. Sharky. Sharky is a salesperson. He owns a store to buy your shit. And he sings a song. We've already had like 3 songs in the course of 10 minutes now. It gets better. 3rd song, which is all about him making money on this holiday. And that's all he cares about. Making money. That's what holiday's all about.
That's the spirit, little girl. Buy the biggest one.
Oh, geez, shopping at the S-Mart is my favorite kind of fun.
So you have that. So you've got these 3 different perspectives on, or wrong perspectives on the holiday. Now you still got this turtle family trying to figure out what to do because, by the way, they're carrying an egg. It's not exactly how turtles go about having kids, but fine, this is how we'll deal with it. So, enter in the 4th thing. My ally in this special. Professor Pinch does not like Christmas. Apparently he had a very rough childhood involving Christmas trees. I can relate. I hate them. Not a fan. But apparently when he was little, one fell on him because he was fucking with it like he should not have been. And now he hates all Christmas trees. So his animosity is self-inflicted. Good. He's an idiot. And he has a little idiot buddy who has a lazy eye. I think his name was Claude. I quite frankly forgot because none of this shit is appealing. It is creepy as shit. He has a song. His song, and they don't really discuss about it other than the fact that he wants to destroy this tree that the plankton are bringing. Doesn't explain like how he makes this shit or what the plan really is. He just knows this is what they're going to do, and it's a giant drill tank. Like it drills through the ground, and the idea is that they're gonna bust out and destroy the damn thing. He goes into his song.
Christmas tree und Christmas tree. In 20 minutes you'll be history und Christmas tree.
This is where the animation takes a dive. As soon as Professor Pinch starts singing his little parody song, I started having visions of Clyde Crash Cup and Captain Fathom.
Oh, it's fishing without bait. Kind of frustrate the bile juicer.
Holy cats. Look, Chester.
Captain Fathom, I did a riff on years ago on this channel. It's not a good one, but it was one of those things back in the day, back in the 1950s. There was this style of animation where you would paint a really nice cell, but to give the illusion that they were speaking, they would superimpose moving lips on a character's face. And that was a real cheap way of doing animation at the time. The way he's talking, or singing, or whatever it is that he's doing, distinctly reminds me of that. It ain't good. That was a technique that was necessary 50 years prior to this thing being made, and it's being used then. Not that it still doesn't happen today. Modern anime is that way. It's always been that way. This face, that's why they draw things as they do. But I digress. So, his plot, destroy the tree. Well, thankfully, he succeeds. Pulls out a circular saw and cuts down a tree. Mind you, the tree has only been up, because this is another thing. They get the tree way too damn late. They put it up magically between the 2 seconds when they say, oh, the tree is here, let's help the plankton because we're fish and we're bigger. Which, okay, fine. You couldn't have thought of that before. They put up the tree, and then 2 seconds later, it's fully decorated. You don't even see them do it. And Professor Pinch, saws the fucker off, and lo and behold, the tree falls on him and his drill tank, and it explodes. And just like all that stupid nonsense with SpongeBob, the tree kind of catches on fire. I mean, it doesn't show fire. That's another asset you have to make, and so they can't. So, but they can make it look. You know, they can charbroil it and have like smoke come off of it. To signify something. And while all of this is happening, Splash, I think that was his name. Again, Characters are too bland and too to know. Finds the turtle family and starts talking to them. And he's like, well, you know, I'm going to have dinner and it's going to be great. Bye, like a 6-year-old, because they don't have context. And then the turtle wife goes into a song about giving up for the Lord, giving it up for the Lord. I'm sorry, giving up. No, you can't do that. Giving it up for the Lord. And sure, it was a thing. And then, like, this is where I noticed that something really failed. You have this chance encounter with the fish and the turtles, and he could have been sitting in front of their dinner because he had to say this, he couldn't show it, as they were praying over the dinner. They could, he's like, I had a thought. Why don't you come to us? Because you don't have a place to stay.
Splash, where are you going?
I'll be right back. There's something I gotta do.
It's one of those things where the old adage, show don't tell, would have really been good. Like, if you could just watch this fish and its little micro brain do a little logic, it would have been great, but
I'm glad I found you. At dinner, my dad was thanking God for everything we have, and I couldn't stop thinking about you. All alone, out here in the cold with the baby egg. You want to come over to my house for Christmas?
why do that? So they bring this turtle family into their house, and they're talking about the egg and things like that. And then, you know, that family, the rest of the family, even though the mayor is in charge of the decorations in the tree, he doesn't go. He stays with the family to make sure that, you know, the family is born. And so the mother and the children go to the tree ceremony, and then they have the talk. And this is where, you know, all the things. Just to review, what is this holiday all about? So we have to have that discussion.
Yeah, we can't have Christmas without a tree. Hey, do you think maybe having the biggest tree might be the true meaning of Christmas?
Real summit of philosophy there. And, yeah. By God, this shit will clear my sinuses, I swear. And, so then you go with the whole thing about the tree getting cut down and falling on Professor Pinch. And then, just by happenstance, 5 seconds after Professor Pinch is running with his ass on fire, the mayor shows up and explains Christmas. The Christian version of Christmas to everybody. Like, not even hesitation, just, hey, Christmas, your throat.
The decorations and the presents are gone. What does Christmas mean? Yeah, Dad, what does it mean?
Splash, Coral, everyone. Christmas was the day Jesus was born.
It was like, the whole thing reminded me of Knowing Is Half the Battle on G.I. Joe. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Message. It's jammed down your throat. And that's the end. Like, holy shit. This was slapdash. I mean, the animation, yeah, looked good, and that was the other thing. The story is kind of told by a walrus who doesn't look all that healthy. But it was supposedly told by him, even though it's not. And story-wise, it's just jammed. It's as creatively bankrupt as you can possibly get for a Christmas story. Like, what is the true meaning of Christmas? I don't know. Let me jam holly and your logs up my ass, and maybe I'll find out. Yeah, it just doesn't work. The whole fucking thing is just a train wreck. Story is just, you jammed everything at the end, and you had to have all these songs, which none of them were good. Some were terrifying. I mean, I can at least appreciate their attempts at the animation because for 2000, it's not bad. Certain things don't hold up. I will now show you a string of things of how they don't hold up.
Stuff, wonderful stuff. Oh, give me some stuff. Lots of wonderful stuff.
It serves a purpose, I guess, to keep your kids' mouths shut for half an hour. But it surely as hell does not really do a good job story-wise. And those eyes. By God, those eyes. And as I've said before, I'm not a fan of Christmas. I've rarely, if ever, have been a fan. I just feel like a lot of it's just thrown on you, and like the pressures of the whole thing to get people shit, and it's like I just never cared. And you know, for me in this time of year, the specials that come out because of it are just so breathtakingly god awful. And this is another sterling example. It's not like Rhapsody Street Kids where it's like, what the fuck is this? But it is definitely a rush job. I don't know what they were really thinking behind this, because it just shouldn't have been. It really shouldn't have. And I believe, yeah, on the back, I mean, a lot of this stuff is, it's not the case of lying, but these things are augmented a little bit to hide the flaws, because they know this thing is shit. That almost felt good. I'm now going to chug this to see if I can still feel anything after watching something this bad. Okay, this was a mistake, but it's also a moment of inquiry for me. For those of you who actually do, I am curious. I know some people can drink this stuff like water. If you are one of those people, please, in the comments, tell me how in the hell you do it without your heart exploding or you vomiting like incessantly. I don't. Ugh. I don't understand. This is a lot. And God bless you if you can do it. I don't think it's healthy. You probably don't have a liver anymore, but you're young. You don't need it. Holy shit. Okay, so with that, I hope you enjoyed this. Merry fuck you and a happy go fuck yourself. Bye!